Welcome back to Eureka with Mr. Vijay Koshi. Uh, we are having a very enriching discussion on the kind of content TVF is creating across different streaming companies. So we'll continue that. And my next question, Vijay, is you have been creating so many different kind of content across different streaming platforms. You have Panchayat on Prime, you have Kota Factory on Netflix, you have Gullak on Sony Live, you have Sixer on Mini TV. Has there been a lot of learnings when you're doing such shows across different platforms? What is working, what is not working, and how are you improving upon it?
Yeah, every day is a learning for us, so that never stops. But yeah, we keep getting requests from platforms saying, "Why don't you make a thriller show? Why don't you make a cops and thieves or a mafia based show and stuff like that?" Which seems to be the order of the day. But we politely shy away from it because that's not our core area of expertise, and we believe there are lots of other interesting stories and communities that we can talk to and create a lot of engagement rather than going this route. So we've largely been in the satire or the dramedy or comedy kind of space. I won't say it's fully comedy, but like a quota student preparation thing, which is so dark and bleak as a subject.
Yeah.
We've given it a light treatment with, I mean, we've not made it, we've not shown kids in the suicidal mode.
Yeah.
We've not, so we believe that everything has to be aspirational, it has to be inspirational,
Yeah.
has to make you feel good. 90% of our content you can watch together as a family.
Yeah.
So all of those things are filters for us. Abusive language, explicit scenes, you won't find any of that in 90% of our shows. That's our whole DNA. I mean, it's the Rishikesh Mukherjee
Yeah.
style of
Yeah.
movie making. Yeah, it needs to make you feel warm in the heart, and it needs to be relatable.
Yeah.
All of those are. So sometimes, like a Panchayat, when it was rejected by most platforms, we felt let down, but we didn't give up. We just kept at it, and every platform that said no to us made us even more determined that, hey, we believe in this format, and we believe. Okay, so we're not stubborn and stupid beyond a point. There are certain projects which we believe in and have been refused, and we've also said, okay, maybe this is not the right time. We'll figure it out later. But if somebody then sees the vision and is willing to partner, we go whole hog the whole way. While we've so far done only these genres, romance, rom-com, satire, and stuff like that, we are open to certain genres. Like sci-fi is a big, and sci-fi not in the Star Wars and that kind of a thing, but in the Night Shyamalan kind of way of doing sci-fi, in a very human this thing. So that interests us. Horror, maybe the Tumbad style.
Tumbad style, yeah.
Is something that not the jump start kind of horror, but this kind of. So those are genres that interest us. At the right time with the right partners, hopefully you will see some projects coming from our side.
Looking forward to that, and I think all of these, keeping in mind the kind of twist and the way the storytelling TVF has, really looking forward to such content.
So you mentioned about there are like some shows, probably the first season does not do as well as we anticipate or the partner anticipates.
Yeah.
But sometimes you put that commercial or that immediate returns on the back burner and say, hey, let's give it another shot.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make some tweaks. Maybe we'll make, from whatever learnings we've had, we'll try and make it a little more pacier or make it a little more interesting, or cut out some other parts and see what happens. Like Gullak, for instance, season 1 was on Sony Live. It was a great show, but it didn't create the kind of buzz that we had expected. But both the platform and both of us persisted, and went on with season 2. And we all know
Yeah.
where that went. I mean, Good Luck, I think, probably is among the top 3 shows for Sony Live
Yeah.
for ages. So
So what a lovely storytelling it is.
yes.
Such
As
a
we speak, season 4 is on the floor, and hopefully you'll see it drop sometime this year.
lovely. Good to know. Okay, so we move on to the next section of our discussion, Vijay, where we basically take an example. And today we are talking about a lot about advertisers funded programming for TVF. So we'll do a small role play and make things simple for our audience here. So imagine I'm a brand, and I have heard a lot about TVF, and I have an excellent marketing team who feels that brand marketing needs to be done through content. So I own a cycle brand for a tier 2 city, and I'm coming to you to create a show which will be sponsored by us, but I don't want my branding to be in your face. How do I go about? How can we collaborate with your company? Kind of help us do that.
Okay, so there are lots of things that we get into understanding the brand, etc. But first things that we ask very honestly is like, why do you want to do this? Yeah, is it because it's the flavor of the season, or it's because somebody in your boardroom said, "ये भी कर लेते हैं," or because next year appraisal you have to say कि कुछ अलग किया है.
कुछ अलग किया.
Or you have genuinely consumed something and it has touched your heart as a audience, that brand is connected, and you believe this particular mode of creating content will work for your brand. So basis that you quickly filter out कि भाई ये genuine buyer है या ये window shopping कर रहा है या time pass कर रहा है.
समझ गया.
So, and we are very brutal that way with clients. And we say we are a small team. आप ये बताओ, and you'll quickly be able to figure out who's genuine, who wants to invest, and we have a basic paperwork, NDA and all that. अगर कोई NDA sign करने को ready है, मतलब keen है, वो करना चाहता है.
Correct.
Then of course you'll show him the prices. Also, you have to understand how committed this person is, because what we are doing is a lot of blood, sweat and tears.
Yeah.
बहुत मेहनत है.
बहुत मेहनत है.
अभी आप IPL में एक प्लान डालोगे कमर्शियल्स का, 25 करोड़ ऐसा ठक करके उड़ा सकते हो. एंड होल वर्किंग इन ऑल CPRP, ये वो एक्सेल शीट. कितना टाइम जाता है एक्सेल शीट में? वो तो हो गया ना, वो मार्केटिंग मैनेजर का काम हो गया. IPL बिग प्रॉपर्टी, बिगेस्ट प्रॉपर्टी इन द कंट्री, नंबर्स आ गए, सबने देख लिया, ताली मार लिया, काम हो गया मेरा साल का. विज़ावी यहाँ पर अगर आप 10 करोड़ भी डालोगे, आपका 6 महीने का काम है. 6 महीने का आपका भी मेहनत है.
करेक्ट.
As a brand, because it's not a one night stand. It's a serious commitment that you are also making to this whole project to ensure that it succeeds. Yeah, and how much you are committed. Like an OTT platform, even the brand manager or the marketing manager, we don't talk to any media people. We stay away from a media planner, buyer, even a digital person in the client side, or a media person in the client side. We talk only to the brand team, because they understand, or they are at a liberty to understand and invest in things like this. Because बाकी सबका तो KRA में है ही नहीं ना. वो cost efficiency देख रहा है, कुछ और देख रहा है, उसमें ये तो आता ही नहीं है. Because what we are doing is not a fully developed science, which is with the currency and benchmarking and all. It's not there.
It's not there.
It's somebody's gut and vision basis. And I tell you, all the guys who partnered with us, whether it's an academy, Gaurav Munjal, he blindly trusts us. Or whether it is Mohit Raina from IKEA, Domino's, or whether it is Suvit Bajaj from Spinny, or it is Sandeep Walunj from Amphi, who they blindly trust us. They know what it does to the audiences, and because they've consumed it on their own. तो हमारा business largely evangelists के through ही होता है. मैंने say evangelists कि they have seen the content and they believe, and also they have body parts made of steel and titanium that they are willing to push back any CFO, CEO saying अरे ये क्या कर रहे हो, इससे क्या return आएगा. And the standard crib is वो sales वाले IPL पे spot मांगते हैं, sales वाले news channel पे spot मांगते हैं, sales वाले. All that rubbish will continue. But this, and we're not saying that branded content is going to replace
Yeah.
all your spots on all your regular Saas Bhi Bahu and whatever shows. This is going to supplement that what activity that you're doing. If you have challenges which are not communicated in 30 seconds, 60 seconds, if there is some education that you want to do, like Amphi wanted to do a lot of education on how to invest, where to invest, and we did it through Ye Meri Family, or we did it through Aam Aadmi Family. All of those things are there. Unacademy came to us when it was a relatively unknown brand.
Yeah.
And we did Kota Factory.
Correct.
And then Unacademy was part of IPL, but still partnering with us and did the UPSC thing on Aspirant.
Yeah.
So at various life cycles also you can do deliver a meaningful brand engagement program depending on what the brand is looking for. तो ये थोड़ा critical है जानना कि भाई आप किस लिए कर रहे हो. Then of course you'll want to know about the brand, the challenges, what is the reason to buy. As in क्या है आपके एक one unique thing that I can hold on to and build my story around it. So if that is there, then my team sits and they prepare a basic concept saying this is what the story. I'm going to engage with your core TG. Now core TG for an IKEA could be a 30 to 40-year-old person. For a Whisper could be a 15 to 25-year-old girl.
Yeah.
It'll vary from. So you have to have a deep understanding. In this line of work, you have to be prepared to understand and go much wider and deeper. Yeah, so depth of knowledge or depth of understanding the brand, the challenges is very, very important. And then you're able to come back with a proper recommendation as to what will work and what is not likely to work. You can't just do a flaky, अच्छा हाँ ठीक है ये आप ये सीरीज ले लो ये वैसा नहीं होता है.
Typical brand managers, like, and I have seen from my experience, a 60-second or a 30-second spot जहाँ पर मेरे को ये रिसर्च से पता चला ये मेरा कॉम्स है, ये मैसेज हिट करना है बार बार रीच फ्रीक्वेंसी करके. When you break that shackle and get into this long form content creation, which is more, deep connection of your brand attributes, कभी ऐसा डिबेट हुआ है ब्रांड मैनेजर के साथ in any of your examples without taking names?
हमेशा all the time. I mean, see, that's the easy way to do it, no?
Yeah, correct.
Tying up with just looking like a wow is so much simpler, but it's the very temporary kind of a thing. It's not going to last for too long. I mean, it has its place under the sun.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't do that, or tying up with all those music parodies that happen and poking fun at random people.
Yeah.
It has its place. I'm not saying it shouldn't, but it can't be the only thing.
Yeah.
You have to complement it with some meaningful long form engagement. Otherwise, you're taking the easy, lazy route out. Think that hey, I'm doing something interesting in digital, but it's just a come here today and gone tomorrow. Like pictures, even today, if you ask anyone who's seen pictures, who's the brand, they'll tell you it is Kingfisher. If you go to Tripling, they'll tell you it is Tata Tiago. If you go to Aspirant, they'll tell you it's Unacademy. Yeah. But check any of these reels or any of these things. Highly unlikely that you relish it. That it's like fast food. It's gone later.
Correct.
And like fast food, it might actually do more damage to the brand than anything else. Of course, that's my personal view.
क्या challenges आपने face किया, like in terms of, and also where the content business today is going, where we are all seeing that there's consolidation happening between big players, budgets are reducing so talk about a little bit more on those challenges and how you're getting prepared.
No, hopefully someday I'll write a book on it also. But it's fun. I think the challenges, every day we have some new set of challenges. So, and that's what makes it so interesting, and that we are back at our desk every day in the morning, raring to go. Challenges can happen at various levels. At the initial pitch level itself, like a panchayat, I'll again come back to that example. We wanted to release that show on YouTube, but no brand was willing to partner it. Again, their reasons were valid. I mean, brands in a rural setup are few and far between. Of course, now today every brand wants to partner with Panchayat series on Amazon, which because it's S-word, it's not allowed.
Yeah.
And it's like, where were you when we were trying so hard to get brands on? So it can happen at that level. So you say, okay, not brand, then I'll go to a platform. We go to a platform, then multiple, and imagine we are TVF with the amount of body of work.
Yeah.
Still people are not convinced, saying that no, it is not something that we believe in. I wonder what happens to lesser known creators and good talented people maybe, but if you don't have that body of work and if people are not convinced about your idea, then it's going to be a challenge. Then putting a project together, I mean, so many things are out of your control.
Yeah.
And forever trying to get everything. It's a team sport.
Yeah.
There are no superheroes in this line of work. So that is something that if you have any ego or any this thing about that you're the one who's making this happen, please pack it up and drop it into your attic or somewhere far behind where you're not carrying it to work.
Correct.
Yeah, because this can subject you to multiple heartbreaks and close to nervous breakdowns also when you at the point of exasperation. I mean, so challenges are there at every stage, and even after getting commissioned to execute it, it's quite a logistical nightmare because it's dependent on so many people. There's a large crew. There's HODs, the DOPs, this, that, everything. Of course, the talent, all of it. Then you have to get locations. You have to get. So it's quite a nightmare. Then, of course, you have delivery timelines. You have budget that you have to maintain. I mean, at the end of the day, creating great content is just not enough. It has to be profitable for you to be able to. Otherwise, I can show you scores of examples where this great content was created, but it was not economically viable. The business was not sustainable.
Yeah.
So I think that to maintain that balance is also very, very critical. Then weather conditions, pandemic. I mean, is so many things which can throw your business out of gear. And unlike most other manufacturing setups where you have a factory, you have a template, you have everything. It's not the same, right? Every show is different. So you're constantly doing something new. So it's challenges all across at any point in time. If you don't have the stomach to handle this on a daily basis, don't get into this line of work. Yeah. And if you relish these kind of things, then this is the idea. I mean, because finally the output that is there is something that people can enjoy. So I'll come to a conversation that I think Steve Jobs was having with the then founder of Pixar. I think this was mid-90s or something like that. Huh?
Lasseter.
I think Lasseter. So he asked, and Apple that time was, I think, fairly back in action and a sexy company, and Steve Jobs was fully in the saddle controlling things. He said, you're Apple. I mean, you're the sexiest brand in the world. People wake up they're standing all midnight outside your store when a new product is launching. Why do you want to buy, or why do you want to invest in my company, on my brand? He says, yeah, I know we're a sexy brand, a sexy company, and we will become the biggest company in the world. But you know what? Whatever we make will last for some time and then end up in a mountain fill somewhere. I mean, it's going to be recycled.
Correct.
What you make will hopefully last for 500 years.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty about content. It lasts. So when that's the impact that content. I mean, we are still talking about Bunyad and Malgudi Days, which was made some 30, 40 years ago.
Correct.
And we can keep talking about stuff which was made 50 years, 100 years ago also.
Yeah.
That the fact that much after your time, your legacy remains, and this is what you're leaving behind. I think for me, that's like a really fulfilling kind of, and I'm not even a creative person.
Yeah.
Imagine what this must be doing to a creative person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just happy to be part of that whole process, which is creating this magic.
Yeah. Super. Okay. As a ritual, what we do, this is called Eureka Shots. It's simple, Taprika Chai, but this is the one that tickles all the creative brains across everyone in the industry. Okay. So we do this, and the last question for you is, For to all the budding enthusiasts who want to get into this business, into the business of content creation, setting up a studio, any last few words from you would be helpful.
Last few words. Always be prepared to be in a learning and unlearning kind frame of mind. Don't come with an approach that it tends to happen, and especially when you're a so-called expert in what you do, then you tend to believe that you know the best way to. So always have an open mind to unlearn. And this is what I keep telling all the marketing people, saying that, hey, you did TV, print, all of that, great, but that consumer is over the hill. The younger bunch is not.
Yes, correct.
So are you willing to unlearn and learn? So that is very, very important. Of course, then all the other basic skills, your analytical skills, networking, meet as many people as possible. You and I connected. I had no commercial gain meeting you at Amazon, but we just hung out, we spoke.
Correct.
You never know who is going to be a collaborator, a partner.
Correct.
And forget about a gain in it. It's genuinely wanting to be with people is an important skill. I have also realized that trust is very, very important. If people trust you, they will want to invest more in you. If they don't trust you, God help you. So please don't be in this, I will scam somebody and make money quickly. So try and look at a long-term kind of a viewpoint on everything. So and like I said, networking is very important. Stay curious. Always want to know how this happens, how this works. I mean, don't have to be nerdy, but at least get into things. What is the science behind it? What are the benefits of it? And try to learn new things. I mean, I joined this line of work when there were manual typewriters. I have seen then the transition to electronic, to then data processors, to then those chunky desktops, to laptops, to now everything is on the phone. So somebody said, you're a dinosaur. I said, no, I'm not a dinosaur. I'm a cockroach, because the cockroach was there when the dinosaurs were there. But guess who survived? Yeah, so I'd rather be a cockroach, however creepy that sounds. But hey, he survived, and is still surviving, right? Correct. So that should be the approach. Reinvent yourself all the time. Super. That's largely what it is. Cheers.
Thank you. Great discussion, Vijay. Lovely having you.
Likewise. Thank you so much for having me over. It was a pleasure.
Sure. Thank you.